if you walk out in public somewhere, right, and you the type to really just get stared at, I'm talking about even whenever you show that you know that a person is looking at you, you make direct eye contact and they stare at you, your vibrations is extremely high. And you gotta realize that some people out there never ever been around high vibrational people like that until you entered the room. That's why out in public, more people will start to come after you arrive, or the parking lot gets full, because you are the center energy. Man, you know, people will try to say it's selfish sometimes to say, but you are the main character for real. Because how you're feeling at the start of the day is how you literally shift your whole day, your whole reality. So if you're thinking positive, you start attracting more positive people, positive encounters. But if you're negative, you start having more negative encounters, more chaos starts to happen. So if you've been experiencing this lately, don't freak out, because the more you step into your light, the more intense it's going to be out there.
Remember the grids have now become the standard power charging grids in the entire country.
So do we need to stop Elon Musk?
You have one individual who controls the power grid, who controls the vehicle, who controls the AI, who controls the implant. He owns the social media company that feeds the AI with infinite information. And he controls the solar panels that are going to be connected to the houses, and who controls the satellites and the internet that's going into space. It's the perfect setup for Lex Luthor.
This is so dystopian. This is the road that bisects MacArthur Park. These are Stryker military vehicles pulling up. There are countless numbers of DHS, CBP, National Guard. I cannot believe I'm seeing this. This is a neighborhood park in Los Angeles. This is so dystopian. Look at these guys on these armored horses. This looks like nothing I've ever seen. They're literally just sweeping the park for no reason. Staging on the corner of Wilshire and Alvarado. Again, a neighborhood park where people play soccer in LA. This is nothing more than intimidation tactics aimed to scare residents in my city of LA. And it is pretty clear from these images that they are doing this for the photo op as well. Because look, HSI, that is the press people. They have their own photo and video guys.
Right now, has been looking real different as of lately, y'all. Particularly the clouds. They've been looking a lot bigger, a lot puffier, right? And sometimes looking like straight up cities in the sky. Well, take a look at this over here in Gulfport, Mississippi. Y'all see that? It's literally a pyramid in the sky. Crazy. And look, it's alive, y'all. This one is very different from the one that we're used to seeing in the form of appearance, because this one looks more etheric. Look, it looks more, it's electromagnetic charge, right? Like it's bouncing off the light. Y'all see that? You can literally see the aura of the pyramid. It's vibrating on a higher frequency, but the energy field, you can see that it's cloaked in light. And look at the plasma, the lightning that's moving all around. Yo, and all of these animes have been telling us about the cities in the sky. Check this out from Naruto. This is from the episode The Land of the Sky. Do you guys see that over here? Hold on, let me zoom in. Do y'all see these statues? Look at that. Is that the Olmecs? Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Isn't that the Olmecs? Isn't that me? Let me close my eyes. Hold on. Isn't that me, y'all? Look at that. Look at this. They've been telling us about this. And don't you find it strange of how these buildings resemble pyramid shape? Y'all see that, man? These animes, they be telling us, man. Animes like Castle in the Sky.
My mind. Did you guys remember the story I told you guys about the doctor that died at Disney Springs?
No.
At the Raglan Road. So a few months ago, a doctor, like it was like a January
peanut allergy or something, right?
Yeah, peanut or dairy allergy, and they served her something with it. She died at the restaurant. Like it was like a big deal. And apparently, this guy, the husband, is trying to sue Disney Springs or Raglan Road or whoever because they felt like they were negligent, which is totally fair for a widower. This is bad. This could happen again. But apparently, Disney is in court or whatever. They're having discussions because they say, listen, you've signed something that says you're not allowed to sue us. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. When did I ever sign anything? They said, well, in 2019, you signed up for a month of Disney Plus. Shut up! And in that contract says we are not liable for any type of thing. So you cannot bring any type of legal like you can't sue us through anything.
This is to go to the Supreme Court.
It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be crazy.
So when you do the accept the terms and conditions,
Yeah.
you can never sue Disney for anything, even on their own property. If your wife dies,
Yes.
yo, Disney, get out of here.
It's crazy.
It's out of control. At
We're
this
never
point,
going back to Disney again.
We just Just how animals have been acting extremely strange. Just in case you missed it, I talked about how birds were chirping at weird parts of the night, like at 2 and 3 a.m. in the morning, and people's pets were being more anxious or fearful and nervous of things for no reason. Well, now people are saying that cats have been gathering up in Miami in mass for whatever reason. Some people are claiming that their house cats, which have been with them for years, all of a sudden left the house and just never came back. Others have even resorted to keeping their cats inside as long as possible and preventing them from going outside because they keep trying to run away, apparently. I talked before about some of the theories as to why the animals were acting so weird, and one of them was that the Earth's electromagnetic field had shifted, which disturbed the animals. Coincidentally, the world just went through a season where it was hit by multiple solar storms which charged the electromagnetic field around Earth. Now ask yourself, have you been feeling any differently recently? Have you been feeling tired or more awake than normal, maybe more energetic, or your dreams have been more vivid? Maybe something has changed in our world's atmosphere and the animals noticed it. Let me know what you think.
Is the only thing that connects your conscious and your subconscious mind. So you're subconsciously breathing all day long and you're operating from back here where your amygdala and your limbic system are. They tell stories all day long. When you pause and you consciously take a breath, you lit up this frontal lobe. Your frontal lobe is where you make conscious cognitive choices. It's where you control your thoughts. When you light up this, you're making better decisions. You're telling your story. You're accepting the instincts you want and you're rejecting the others. You want to elevate that a step more? Meditate. First time somebody told me I needed to meditate, I was like, yeah, I'm a scientist. That's woo-woo. I don't do the woo. I do the woo. Here's why. I got real scientific about it, and I dug into it, and I was like, holy shnikes. Every single paper I read has really fascinating research with meditation, and it turns out one paper in particular changed my mind. Good friend of mine, she's a neuroscientist at Harvard. She knows something, I guess. But she did a research where she took non-meditators, scanned all of their brains, put them through a 20-minute-a-day, 8-week-long meditation program, rescanned all of their brains. And in 20 minutes, she changed the shape and function of every single person's brain. She shrunk their amygdala, and she literally grew gray matter. She grew brain cells in the frontal lobe. Read that study, I was like, I don't know about you. I need all the brain cells up here I can get.
There is no way. This is a Korean Jesus. Oh my God, there is no way.
There is a website, you can look.
Hi.
You guys think this is Jesus?
I like Asian people.
Korean Jesus?
So
No,
friendly.
there is not Korean Jesus. 2,000 years ago, there Jesus was
Goofy
human
ass
being,
way.
right? There is human being. He came as second advanced Jesus Christ.
He's Korean?
He's Korean.
Oh, Jesus is Korean.
Who says he is not? You never know what you're missing.
What's his name?
What is his name? If you go to look, you can read. And his name will be there. You know what?
okay.
You have no idea what you're missing. Heaven is coming to earth. So you read this.
I'm okay.
But you got the rules. You have nothing to lose, right? Take a look.
Thank you.
From McDonald's? Let's find out. Can I get a large Coke, please?
That'll be all?
That'll be all. All right, guys, let's go ahead and measure out our sugar in a large Coke. And I was absolutely mind blown after I did the sweet tea video and revealed that there are 70 grams in a sweet tea. There are an even 100 grams of sugar in a large Coke from McDonald's, which is mind blowing. So let's measure that out.
That's like how much carbs I try to eat a day. 100 or under. Keto and carnivore, y'all. I just kept messing up for years. So I said, you know what? We're going to go low carb. And I've been loving it. Been dropping weight, not as fast. But I get like 100 grams or less. And that's in just one large Coke, y'all.
Oh, boy.
Look at that.
And it keeps going.
That's crazy. It's ridiculous.
There it is,
It's disgusting.
100 grams of sugar, a large Coke from McDonald's. That is how much sugar you're drinking. About a quarter of this cup is solid sugar. Let me know what drink you would like to see next.
Styles, chewed and swallowed up by the industry. Chewed. I'm sorry, but you can tell, or at least I can tell, discerning wise, I can tell that he has been somewhere in there abused in the industry at some point in many ways. I feel like it is very evident. Some people may say, well, how can you tell? What if that's his choice? What if that's his... I have discernment for these things, seriously. Like, God has given me the gift to discern when people have been through things. I can look at a girl on the street and can tell the things that they've gone through sometimes. Not like a psychic or anything like that. Like certain things that they have on them, like certain spirits that they have on them that I can see. And it's evident with this man. I just really feel like this is one of the saddest things I've ever seen. He does whatever the industry has him to do. He has been whipped into shape by Hollywood. And I really just don't even know where to go with this. How did we get here? From a young teenage boy searching for a dream to this pimped out, dragged out man. I have no words. I really don't. But evidence shows something happened.
Yeah. This is my grandmama. This picture, oh, my grandma said this picture right here, old as dirt. How old this picture is, Grandma?
Wow.
And how old was my grandma in this picture? How old did she live to be in this picture?
126.
126. This was one of my...
That's the minimum age the Bible said a person is supposed to.
The Bible state that you're supposed to you can live to be 126. Unfortunately, I had one grandma that lived to be that, and that's my grandma's sweet mama right there. So, and that's my grandmama. That's telling.
That was her mama. Her great grandmama. Her grandmama. No, that was her mama.
Hanging out at grandma's.
Crazy Stone doesn't even play Brown Sugar anymore. It's too controversial a song. And then I saw the lyrics. Gold Coast slave ship bound for cotton fields, sold in the market down in New Orleans. Scarred old slaver knows he's doing all right. Hear him whip the women just around midnight. Brown sugar, how come you taste so good? Brown sugar, just like a young girl should. Drums beating cold, English blood runs hot. Lady of the house wondering when it's gonna stop. Houseboy knows that he's doing all right. You should have heard him just around midnight. Brown sugar, brown sugar. Oh, I get it. Oh, get it on, brown sugar. How come you taste so good, baby? Just like a black girl should. Now I bet your mama was a tent show queen, and all her boyfriends were sweet 16. I'm no schoolboy, but I know what I like. You should have heard me just around midnight. It's a crazy song.
This whole is the reason why you shouldn't game bang. Y'all be going so hard for these games and willing to put y'all life on the line for these games. And soon as something happen to y'all, they ain't even got the funds to even help y'all out. But y'all out here robbing, unaliving people, stealing, representing y'all flag, posting on the block all day, running down ops. The man had to make a GoFundMe for $28,000. Look how much he raised being a gang member. Now remind y'all, the Crip organization is huge. So you mean to tell me, y'all out here gang banging broke. $28,000 shouldn't be nothing to y'all. Do y'all know how many Crip members is in this world? The man got his hand blown off and he only raised $1,200. His gang ain't even showing up for him. This man be promoting for the Crip every time he get online, every time he do a podcast, every time he do an interview. He always put being a 40 Crip first. And this is why I always say, gang banging is the most lamest shit that you can ever do in 2025. While y'all trying to get in this shit, everybody trying to get out this shit. If I get my hand blown off, my gang member better show up for me. After all the work I done put in inside this organization, y'all better step. $28,000 shouldn't be nothing to y'all.
Adam Ravine. You realize all those homes that were burned, all the structures, everybody, only 14% have permits? Only 6 have been rebuilt? You realize a couple $2 billion was given to try. These are people that are living in RVs. You realize how embarrassing that is, how terrible? No one's talking about that. So you want to talk about building homes? 3.5 million of them? If of the homes that were burned, and we're only talking 16,000, watch this here. Adam, Vinny, Tom is saying that they need to build 2.5 million homes, right? Is what they need today. Is what they need. How capable is a state of accelerating the process of building 2.5 million homes when a fire happened in Palisades and 16,000 homes and structures were torn down, destroyed? Only 6 have been rebuilt, and only 14% have gotten permits. With that kind of a regulatory environment, how long do you think it's going to take California to be able to build those homes? Now, I mean, this state is in shambles.
All the back.
I said Page Master book.
Is this a conspiracy theory? This is the craziest thing I found on the internet. Okay, so I went to Google Translate and I found this. And watch what happens when I change it. Okay, still seems okay. And then
whoa.
This is what I came up with.
Whoa.
Tell me the shit that's going on in Texas right now is normal. Then tell me you don't see a coincidence with these weather patterns. Matter of fact, look at this shit. Tell me this shit is normal to you.
Nope.
Go ahead, tell me. Tell me this is how Texas is supposed to be right now. All right. There are hundreds of people missing in Texas.
Oh, no, the whole house
That's
gone.
a house moving right now. That is a house floating right now. So you don't see anything wrong with that? You're telling me that this is how Texas really is. All right. Look at this right here. That's a house. Come on now. All right. Let's start with the fact that there are children missing. A summer camp. 20 children from a summer camp are missing. 13 confirmed dead. Then you have a town full of people that's going through this craziness. But I got more videos for you to see. Look at this shit. Look at this.
Okay, my house
seen
is
this.
flooding.
Yeah.
This is Texas.
Anybody out there?
Oh, man.
I have my dad on hospice, and I need to get him out of here.
People
He's
are in
bedridden.
danger.
He can't walk. He can hardly move, and look where the water is.
I'm out. Look what's going on out there. This is how they have to rescue people. Listen, what I'll say is this. There has been a lot of natural disasters in this past week. Floods, snow, etc., etc. You be the judge. I'm out.
Oh, wait. A people's history of the United States. So, the people's history.
Like, I think I'm in the Matrix.
Guys like Travis Scott quoting Aleister Krauss, which was the guy who wrote the Satanic Bible. He quoting scriptures in his music. He quoting scriptures in his raps from the Satanic Bible. And you got him on your iPod right now. You listen to that junk all week long, and you come on Wednesday night and hope that Pastor John could help your mind in an hour. Nah, bruh. That's impossible. You've been listening to the word all week long. You've been listening to preaching all week long. The words from the music gets in your mind whether you want them to get in your mind or not. That's why when you was in grade school, they didn't teach you your ABCs by saying, everybody say A, B. No, they said A, B, C, D, E, F, because they know, they've been known that music, repetition, and deep memory are uniquely connected. If you stop the music and you read the lyrics, stop the, turn the music off. Just turn it off. Take a deep breath. Pull it up. Turn the volume all the way down, because now on iTunes you can click on the lyric side and you can just read the lyrics or something. Just read the lyrics. Just read the lyrics. Read what the lyrics are saying. See if you want to do any of those things that what they're saying. Just see if that's okay with your mama, okay with your daddy. Just look at the empty seat beside you and say, Jesus, is this okay with you? Can I listen to this? Is this all right? You cool with that? Self-image.
Appreciate everything. Appreciate when you walk outside and the sun warms you. Appreciate it when someone smiles at you. Appreciate the people who tell you they care about you. Appreciate who you are, and appreciate that you are here for a reason. Appreciate that people want you here, and that they love you.
What in there?